My guest tonight is an LA-based business owner, BDSM consultant, and dominatrix, and we'll find out what all of those things mean in this edition of No Dumb Questions. Please welcome Mistress Justine Cross. Hello!
Hello!
So nice to meet you. Are we handshaking? What do we do? What do we do? All right.
I think we're all confirmed, we're tested, we can hug.
Amazing.
I'm a little loopy.
I love that, an easy hug. Come on. Come on in. Welcome
Slide
to my
right
fake,
in.
Welcome to my fake crib.
Your fake crib?
Yeah. Thanks so much for coming.
I was just in the neighborhood, you know.
Oh, really?
Strolling by.
Amazing, I love that. Well, this is called No Dumb Questions. So are you down to like educate me?
Yes, I am.
A safe space, right? I can
Safe,
be, okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What are all of the things in your intro? That's my first question. Well, let's start with this. You're a BDSM consultant. What does that even mean?
Well, BDSM is an acronym and it stands for bondage, discipline, sadomasochism. So,
I know what
which two?
The first one, two.
The first, okay, yeah.
You said four though, didn't you?
Yes, I did say four, yeah, BDSM. So
Okay.
bondage would be, you know, anything where you're getting restrained, tied up, rope. Is that the one you knew?
I did know that.
Discipline?
Yes.
Okay, you're disciplined, yes. Okay.
I have Indian parents, I know that one.
Standing in the wall, corner, you know, things like that.
Right.
So, you know, punished, whatever. Sometimes punishment is its own reward, it's fun. And then sadism is the act of deriving pleasure from inflicting pain upon someone.
Oh, okay.
And then masochism is getting pleasure from receiving pain from someone.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know those second two things existed. How does one get into something like being a dominatrix?
You know, we all have these stories of tying up, you know, neighborhood boys, stuffed animals, things like that.
We do?
No, you? No.
I'm like, Tony,
No, well.
stay on him. He's all crack.
Well, I was into it in my personal life, and then I, you know, did it with like, you know, different kinky partners and stuff like that. And then after I graduated from college, I moved out here and I started working professionally as a dominatrix in a BDSM studio.
Okay, this is no dumb question, so I have to ask all the questions that are genuinely coming to my brain.
Yeah.
You talked about some, I forget, what was the wording, the pain word again, the big one that I can't pronounce?
Sadist.
Sadist. That kind of scares me. My initial reaction is like, oh, that would scare me. Because how would I know when it's too much? And so what are the safety protocols with that? Do you have safe words?
Yeah. Well, I tend to use mercy, but you can pick whatever safe word you want. I think on Family Guy, they use like popcorn or something, you know, so.
I guess it's important to pick a smart one. You don't want your safe word to be more.
Yeah,
right?
no, harder. That doesn't work, you know. Then you know who the real pain sluts are. Yeah, so that's important. But you know, there's other things you negotiate a scene before it starts. I don't just like come in and start beating you or making you like lick the floor. Like we have a discussion and talk about what it is you like to do, what you don't like to do, what your limits are, things that you definitely don't want to do, what your safe word is, you know, just the kind of play that you like. If we're doing things like corporal punishment, anything hitting on the body, I would talk to you about how hard you want that to be. And I don't use like a scale of light, medium, and hard. I would use something like a scale from 1 to 10 because that's easier to, you know, calibrate.
I heard that you brought some props.
Yes, I do. Props.
Can we have some props? I'm not gonna know what any of these things are. I'll tell you that right now. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't very nervous right now.
Thank you. Yes, okay, well, I'm not gonna do anything you don't want to do.
Wait, I think this one was Tony's. No, I'm kidding. So what do we got going on here?
Okay, so this is a flogger.
A flogger? That is not the name I would have guessed.
What did you think this was called?
Fancy Taily Whip.
Fancy Taily Whip. No, it is a flogger. So this is leather and you can touch it. This is this custom made for me. It's like a Louboutin.
Oh, it's
like red
very
inside.
soft.
It's very soft. It's nice. So if you want to
Wow.
hold it there you go.
Oh, okay. So wait, what would you use this for? Does this inflict pain?
It feels really good. If there's like a volunteer, you know, we could figure that out. This wouldn't hurt because this is so soft.
You want to hit my arm?
Well, it's kind of hard.
Is that what you want?
Like more your back or your butt.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because this would wrap. It would be weird.
I'm wearing the mic pack,
You're
and I
wearing
wouldn't
the
want the
mic-
mic
yeah.
pack.
Well,
Does anyone else's butt want to get slapped right now? Any volunteers for a butt slap?
It always takes one, and then everyone's like lining up.
Who we got? Zoe!
Can I hit your butt? Is that okay?
Yes, that's
okay. That's fine.
I'll tell you what. I'll do it after you.
Okay.
I don't want to do this alone.
Okay, so I can do your back. You don't have anything over here? Okay. I'm just making sure I don't hit. I have like, you know.
Ooh.
See, now everyone's gonna be
This
lining
is
up.
satisfying for me. It's like those sand videos on Instagram because it's being done so well. Wait, I want to try a move.
Okay, there we go.
All right, if you want-
Zoe's done. Thank
Zoe
you,
done.
Zoe. Thank you for being
Go,
first.
Zoe, yes.
It always takes one
Thank
to get
you.
the party
Thank you.
started.
I'm gonna be a team player with you, Zoe, and I'm going to. You can hit my back if you want to go to my
Okay.
booty. I give you consent. And if I feel compelled
Okay.
to bend over, I may. We'll see.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right,
it's
yeah.
a little hard to see
All right.
where your body.
Oh yeah, this is a massage.
Let me just.
Are you teaching me how to bend my booty right now, Megan? Okay, ready? I'm gonna go for the booty. Ready? Go ahead. Oh. I'm at work.
Yes, you are.
Does it feel good? It does actually.
Say yes. Thank
It
you,
does.
mistress.
Thank you, mistress. Thank you, mistress.
Sound right?
Great. What was this one called again?
This is a flogger.
Flogger. Okay. I can't
Okay.
wait for NBC to see this footage. By the way.
Oh, they'll be excited.
Okay.
They'll be too excited, and they'll probably. Anyway, okay. So what else?
You
do we
know
have?
some of these execs are gonna save this. I know you are. So one question I have, and it's honestly it's a dumb and silly question because I know that I go to work and then I go home and I have a different life. So I understand there's a difference between.
You go to another
I'd go to another home. That's not the same, correct? So how does your work affect your personal life? Because I think another misconception people have is that people who do sex work can't possibly have personal relationships that are thriving.
No, I have amazing, thriving relationship with my partner, and it, I do enjoy this in my personal life. But I've had totally successful and also unsuccessful relationships with something to do with sex work, and so many of the people I know are also working with their partners, sometimes actually on screen with them or behind screen and doing various things. But yeah, totally. Whatever works. I mean, people have plenty of unsuccessful relationships that had nothing to do with sex work, so.
Thank you so much for coming here and having this conversation with me. I'm not gonna lie, I had to step out of my comfort zone, which I feel silly for being in that comfort zone to begin with. But thank you for schooling me and letting me ask all the dumb questions. Thank you everyone watching at home. I hope you learned something new. And any last words?
Come and find me on the internet. It's
Boom.
Justine Cross. I'm on all the social media. Find my website,
love
email
that.
me, book lots of long, expensive appointments with me.
get the bag.
Come to my parties.
Boom.
We're having virtual stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, all the fun things.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God, thank you so much for watching the show. If you click here, I think you can subscribe to the channel. If you click over here, more clips just like this one. Click them.